Did you know that your landlord's required to give you at least 24 hours notice before they enter your rental unit, unless there's an emergency such as a fire or a broken pipe? Also, if you have friends over and they damage any part of your rental unit, you could be liable for paying for those damages. Both of these things fall under something called the Ohio Landlord Tenant Law of 1974. Hi there, I'm Nikki Reese. I work for the City of Piqua in their development department, and I'm here with Debra Lavey today with the Advocates for Basic Legal Equality, or ABLE, to talk more specifically about this law. Thanks, Debra, for being here.
Thank you, Nikki, for having me.
Can you tell us what's covered under this law?
Sure. So the law pertains to residential premises, which includes dwelling units for residential use and occupancy. So it includes most places where folks or tenants would live. There are some exclusions, however. So it does not include prisons or jails or workhouses. It doesn't include hotels, motels, or tourist homes. It also excludes dormitories, and owner-occupied condominiums.
More specifically, what does this law require of tenants?
Yeah, so the tenants have a number of obligations under the Ohio Landlord Tenant Act. First and foremost, they're to pay their rent on time and in full. They're responsible for keeping their home clean and sanitary. They're to keep all fixtures clean and free-flowing. They're not to damage their home or allow their guests to damage the home. They're to keep the appliances in good working order and to allow the landlord to enter the unit, either show it or inspect it or maintenance it with an appropriate 24 hours notice.
What are the main responsibilities that landlords have under this law?
Landlords are required to provide a safe, habitable unit, and that means that they need to comply with all building, housing, and health codes. They need to make all necessary repairs to the home and supply adequate amounts of hot water and heat. They need to keep all common areas safe and secure, and they're not to enter the home without giving an appropriate 24 hours notice unless there's an emergency.
What are some of the main problems that you've encountered or seen between landlords and tenants?
So for landlords, their main complaint is that the tenant doesn't pay their rent either on time or in full, or doesn't pay it at all, or that the tenant or one of the tenant's guests has damaged the unit. For tenants, their main complaint is that the landlord doesn't maintain the unit, so they complain about conditions of their home.
If you would experience a landlord-tenant issue, you're more than welcome to contact me. My phone number is area code 937-778-2062, or we have a landlord rights and responsibilities booklet that's online. You could Google that. That would be Miami County, Ohio, landlord tenants, and it will be one of the first ones that would come up. It has excellent information in that booklet about rights and responsibilities for both the landlord and the tenant, as well as it goes through an eviction process and what are those requirements, etc. Also, I do want to point out that I am by no means an attorney. If you do need legal advice, you would be best to contact Debra's office. Debra, what would be the best contact for them to use to get a hold of your office?
Yeah, so if tenants need legal assistance, they should contact our office. There's a couple ways they can do that. First, they can contact our legal aid line, and it's a toll-free number, 1-888-534-1432. We take calls Monday through Friday. They can also apply online, and they can do that at www.legalaidline.org, and they can do that 7 days a week.
Again, if you need to get a hold of me, my phone number is 937-778-2062. And I also want to give you a heads up that we have another video that is on the Fair Housing Act, and I will have Mr. John Zimmerman from the Miami Valley Fair Housing Center present to discuss the basics of that law with you. Thank you.